Hello and welcome to the post-market update from Nirmal. I'm here on that. A spectacular day of trade is what we witnessed in today's session. Clearly, if you go to see, we actually picked up steam in the second half of the trading session when the European markets opened up, and that's something which actually gave us support. There was anticipation that on the back of the rating downgrade that we've seen, as well as if you talk about the impending cyclonic storm, that's something which could be having a negative impact, and that was actually causing the first hour of volatility. But once the European markets opened up, we did see that firmness that started to build in, and we did see 5 consecutive sessions of gains already that have come in. Clearly, if you go to see US market futures as well, especially in terms of where Dow is concerned, that is something which is trading higher, and this is after reversing the initial losses. So there is a lot of global support that is coming in for the benchmark indices. In terms of Sensex as well, we saw gains of almost around 1.5%, and we ended slightly above the 33,800 mark. And Nifty 50, interestingly, we ended above the 9,950 mark in today's session as well, with gains of almost 1.5%. Both Nifty as well as Sensex have hit the highest level that we've seen in the last 3 months. So there is that some bit of positivity that is coming in. A lot of support that is coming in from the FIs as well in the last couple of trading sessions, because they have been, somewhere buyers on a net basis. So DIIs and FIs have been supportive right now. There is a lot of buying that's happening. Clearly, if you go to see, both the benchmark indices have actually closed above their bear market levels, which is 33,000 with regards to Nifty, with regards to Sensex, and 9,944 with regards to Nifty 50 as well. So clearly, both of them are now less than 20% away from their all-time highs that was made earlier this year. So that is something which is positive as well. So we're just around 20% away. Let's see if we are able to catch up that amount of up move as well. Overall, if you go to see in terms of individual sectors as well, you have the real estate index, which actually outperformed for the second consecutive session. So there is some bit of activity that's happening in the infrastructure real estate space. Bank Nifty is also something which has been gaining steam. In fact, Bank Nifty and the financial names are the ones which have been supporting markets overall as well in the last couple of trading sessions. The only sectoral in the index which was a laggard was the FMCG pack. In fact, the FMCG index ended with cuts of almost around 0.7%. Overall, if you go to see, Nifty is now nearing that 10,000 mark. So whether we're able to, cross that 10,000, psychological mark now is something that we need to watch out for. And in terms of individual sectors as well, as we already spoke, the broader markets here, the mid cap and the small cap index slightly underperformed the benchmark indices, but we ended in the positive with gains of almost 1 to 2%. So there has been broad-based buying that is happening across sectors, across markets. It's not only the large caps that have been contributing, but there is contribution coming in from the mid cap as well as the small cap companies as well. Clearly, there is a lot of stock-specific action on the back of the earnings season that is going on the back of the lockdown, which has been released right now in few of the places, and that's one of the reasons why the companies that have started operations already, those are the ones which have been contributing to the gains that we have been witnessing. In terms of today's action, if you go to see, let's see, we had stocks like HDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, HDFC as well as Reliance Industries. These were the major counters that actually contributed to Nifty 50 gains in today's day of trade. And if you talk about the VIX as well, that was down almost around 2.5%. In terms of the market breadth, pretty much in favor of the bulls, because if you see almost around 1380 stocks on NSE advanced, while there were only around 430 odd stocks that declined on NSE. But that's clearly giving you an indication that the last couple of trading sessions, the breadth has been pretty much in favor of the bulls as we have been witnessing. Apart from that, if you go to see, in spite of the rating downgrade that did come in, we did not see a major impact. So that's something which is positive that we have been watching out for. Let's quickly see a lot of the other stock-specific action that did creep in. So in terms of top gainers, you had the Bajaj Twins, Tata Motors, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Z Entertainment, as well as IndusInd Bank. These were the top gainers on Nifty 50, whereas on the losing end, you had stocks like Coal India, Maruti Suzuki, ITC, Dr. Reddy's, BPCL, as well as NTPC. These were a few of the names that were on the losing end. If you talk about broader markets as well, stocks like Shoppers Stop, Chalet Hotels, IFCI, ITBI, Trident, these were a few of the names, and Vodafone Idea that actually gained on the marks of watches. whereas Max Financial was on the losing end. HDFC Life Insurance, Care Ratings, Info Edge, Varun Beverages, TD's Laboratories, CCL Products, IES. These were few of the names that were on the losing end. Cipla continues to trade at a 52-week high, so that's an interesting counter that we have been watching out for over the last couple of trading sessions. In the broader markets, you have stocks like Adani Green, Aurobindo Pharma, Biocon, Britannia Industries, TD's Laboratories, Eris Life Science, JB Chemicals. These are a few of the names which have been hitting 52-week high, and it's majorly the pharma space that has been buzzing and hitting these kind of levels in the last couple of trading sessions. There were no stocks that actually hit a 52-week high from Nifty 50, but in the broader markets as well, that was the trend. So you are seeing that up move, that recovery period that has started to come in. Now, whether this recovery is going to be sustainable or not is something that we need to watch out for. In terms of the newspapers, Trident has got patent for women fabric with improved comfort, and that's one of the reasons why that stock moved was an uptrend. HCL Technologies as well has gained, and this is on the back of signing an agreement with Temenos to market MXDP. Sterling and Wilson Solar commissioned its first solar PV project in Oman, so that gave it some bit of a boost. You have ITBI Bank that's traded nicely, and this is mainly because it turned back black into the black in the fourth quarter. So that was some bit of positive news with regards to where ITBI Bank goes. L&T Technologies has joined SRT Alliance. So that's one of the reasons where we saw an upmove on that one. Aster DM Healthcare as well did see smart gains, and this is because they've launched a 50-bed critical care Aster Hospital in Dubai. Ercon International has signed an MOU with NIIFL and Ayana, and that was one of the reasons why we did see an up move coming in on that counter. Urban Lifestyle is trading to close to almost life high levels, so strong move seen. The stock is up for 8th consecutive session. Adani, Port and SEZ, that's another stock that was in focus on. You have Dixon Technologies as well, which is trading at life high. That stock is up for almost the 7th consecutive session. Motherson Sumi reacted to numbers. The revenues were under pressure, and there has been no significant program delays that have been noticed. That was the company has indicated. So the shares reversed losses and gained and ended in the positive. Apart from that, as we mentioned, banking stocks were the ones that were gaining momentum as well in today's day of trade. VIP Industries was another one where clearly they've said that the operations have been substantially impacted. So overall, a lot of stock-specific action is also what we've seen in today's session of trade. But clearly, it seems to be a good trading session. Whether we are able to cross that 10,000 psychological market, sustain above those levels in the coming sessions is something that we need to wait and watch. And overall, in terms of markets as well, this has been the 5th consecutive session. There is support coming in from the DIIs as well as FIs. But till when the support lasts is something that we need to watch out for. That's all that we have in the post-market update from Nirmal. Thanks for watching. In fact, you could subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook.